Welcome back to my channel. So to update qualities, I did get a ring light and I did added my mic because I do want to start streaming on Twitch. So for today's video, I will be writing a story on Wattpad with you guys. It's one that I already started writing on Wattpad, but I unpublished it to publish it again brand new. Yeah, I do have a book coming out in a few months. It's called Beauty and the Flaws. I do have a date set, but I will say the date around August. That is when the announcement of the release date will happen. Yeah, I'm so excited for that because I've been putting my blood, sweat, and tears. So before reading the description, I'll just explain it from my side. So the main girl is Annalise Russell, and the main guy is Nashton Morgan. Okay, so Annalise has to move in with her uncle after her parents died in a fire. I know, tragic. Basically all my stories, I feel like at least one parent has to be dead. Yeah, I don't know why. Anyways, so yeah, so her parents died in a fire, so she has to move in with her uncle. But there's a little conflict because she didn't know she had this uncle. On her mom's side, her mom was an only child, and on her dad's side, she thought her dad was also an only child because the parents never told her that the dad had her brother, if that makes sense. What's it called? Yeah, they kept it a secret, and in their parents' will, it says if anything were to happen to us, please contact the uncle, which his name is Christian. So the uncle takes her in, and they live in a small town called Willows Ridge. And yeah, so and the uncle's super rich. He's one of the two richest guys in the town. This is why I wrote it on Wattpad, because I felt like it was too fanficky and too Wattpad like. No, yeah. So it's a basic town. It's a small town.
Story is about a town, a small town, and the people who live in the town.
Sorry, the intro of Riddle just came to my mind. It's a small town, and rumors and gossip runs quick. If you leave, they know. If you come, they know. In the small town of Willows Ridge, where whispers travel faster than the wind, Annalise Russell arrives due to the recent loss of her parents in a tragic fire. And her only living relative is her uncle, her father's brother, whom she never met. While she is grieving and starting to get to know her uncle, Annalise is also feeling the pressure of attending a prestigious private high school. Being a new girl in a small town, news flies faster and she becomes the center of attention. She doesn't know if it's in a good or bad way. On her first day, she meets the Morgan brothers. They're known for being charming and charismatic. They are the town's golden boys. Known for their high status and reckless behavior, Annalise finds herself caught up in a storm of drama, hidden secrets, and unexpected friendships. Yeah. Also, for all my books, I also add a playlist of songs that either remind me of the book I'm writing or for a specific character or both. And I'll say it. The first one is Half a Man by Dean Lewis. The second one, Hold On by Cold Overstreet. The third one is Better, and it's SYML. The band who sings it or the person. I just heard it in Zack and Mia, and I've been in love with that book. And then is Midnight Rain by Taylor Swift. Looking for You by Chris Young. Remind Me of Who I Am by Jason Gray, and Love at First Fight by Lainey. I saw Lainey in concert. Best night of my life. Hearing Malibu Nights live hits so much different. Like I said, I do already have 5 chapters that were published. Actually, I will republish it, leaving how it is, and I will continue with the just continuing at like the 6th one, because I do like how this is going. Anyways, I will read the prologue, and then my computer name. I will read the prologue, explain what's going on with like the chapters, and then like continue from there. So we're changing it up. The prologue. My mom and dad always told me about the town they grew up in, Willows Ridge. I've always loved their story, how they grew up being childhood best friends, fell in love, got married, had a meet, and moved out of the town and lived happily ever after. They were the perfect couple. We were the perfect family. How could that happen to them? Why was it them? Why wasn't it me? I still dream about the fire. I blame myself for it. It should have been. Sorry. It should have been me dead, not them. They didn't deserve to die. And now I'm in a small town where I don't know everyone, living with an uncle, my dad's brother, an uncle I didn't know I had. How did I not know about him? Why did my parents never tell me? How did my life change overnight? So chapter 1 like starts with Annalise's best friend just like calling to her because she's just stuck. I don't want to say daydreaming, but she's zoning out, just thinking about everything that happened about the fire. And then they talk. It's like the day of when she's like leaving to the town. And then her best friend is Julie, where Annalise was staying. I'm gonna say Anna because I can't speak right now. So she's saying bye to Julie's mom and dad and Julie herself. And like she also talks about like how it might not be the first day she's meeting her uncle, Christian, but it just feels weird that there's this tension that both of them cannot like fully open up to each other. The first chapter is always like the beginning of everything, and like the end of chapter 1 she says goodbye to her other friend. So this is gonna be a double POV with Anna's POV and Nash's POV as well. So chapter 2 ends with them still in the car, and Anna wakes up from like she fell asleep in the car. She wakes up redreaming about the fire that happened. And then like Christian also points out what's in this town, like, oh, there's a bookstore, there's like that cafe, yada yada yada. And like that's when like they arrive like at the mansion, and Anna's shocked. She's like, oh shit, what the heck, like that never told me and all that. And then she goes up to her room. Well, Christian shows her to her room, like giving her space. And then like it's hard for her to take in, cause like I said in the beginning, like all this stuff she didn't have with her parents, and she's so like, oh damn, what's it called? Why did they have to die for me to get these luxuries? You know, why did that have to happen for me to have the stuff like I've always wanted? Then Christian comes in the room, asks if she's okay. She's like, yeah. And then he tells her, oh, like the plaza we saw on the way is not too far from here. It's like a 5-minute walk if you want to go, or like I could take you. She's like, no, I think I could manage. So she walks around, and like people like walking around like are staring at her and like whispering among themselves. Cause like it's a small town, they never seen this girl. They're like, what the heck? Who's this girl? And then she enters the bookstore they saw on the way. And then like she's to enter the book, she bumps into someone. Boom! That someone is Nashton. And like she's mesmerized, like, oh my god, he's so fine. And then they had like a little interaction. It's like a cute interaction. I'll leave that for you guys if you want to read it. And then he introduces himself. He's like, oh, I'm Nashton Morgan, but everyone calls me Nash. Chapter 3 is Nashton's POV. So all day he's thinking about Anna, and then he's in the dinner table with his family, and then like his father like calls him. He's like, Nashon Morgan, and Nashon's like, what? And then like Nashon's dad is super strict with him. He's like one of those uptight jerk fathers. And then he's like, oh, don't speak to me that way. And Nashon's like, sorry, what is it, father? And then he's like, where's your brother? And then Nashon's like, oh, I don't know, I was in soccer practice all day. And like he's just like being annoying, thinking to himself that's all his life is soccer, studies, and never ruined the Morgan name, while Lorenzo could do whatever the hell he wants. And then he goes up to his room, and he's just thinking about Anna, and then like he's daydreaming about Anna, and then his dad comes in. He's like, Nashon, blah blah blah, Christian Sneeze will be attending Willow's Ridge tomorrow, and like I need to make good friends with her and show her around. It's a personal favor from Christian himself. There you go. Chapter 4 is back to Anna's POV, and it's like her first day of school. Like it's been a few days since she moved into the town. She really hasn't left the house other than going back to the bookstore in hopes to see Nashon again, but she doesn't. Yeah, so she, like as she's in the car driving, that's when she sees Nashon walking with his friends. And like when they stop in front of the school, Christian gives her a debit card. And she freezes because again, she's getting all these luxuries which she never had with her parents, and she's feeling some type of way.
I put it in my wallet, not saying anything for a while. It's all too much too fast. I went from living an ordinary life to having so much.
Then she just like a little thank you and leaves the car. Then again, it's like she feels all these eyes on her, and now she feels like she wants to cry all at once. But she enters the school, finds her locker, all that. And as she's walking, like with her head down, she bumps into somebody. It is Lorenzo, and he's being an ass. He's like, watch it. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see where I was going. And then he's like, yeah, charity case. One of Lorenzo's friends like walks up. He's like, chill the fuck out, Lorenzo. What's it called? And I don't want to like make this guy known that like he does have a prosthetic leg. That's something I'm going to do in all my stories. At least one character is going to have a prosthetic leg for representation. Yeah, this is why I love this guy. He's like, ignore Lorenzo. He's just a trust fund baby. What can you expect? You know, they got everything had into them in a silver spoon. And he's like, hi, my name is Vincent. So like Vincent does invite Anna to like have lunch with him. And he's like, oh no, like I would rather like be by myself. So she goes to the library to have her lunch. Guess who's there? Nashon. He's like, oh, I knew I'll find you here. And then they talk, and she's like, hey Nash. And he's like, hey pretty girl. I was watching One Tree Hill when it came up with that nickname. I hate Nathan Scott. I didn't mean to say that. I hate Lucas Scott. So he's like, oh, Benny told me what like Lorenzo told you earlier, and I'm sorry like he disrespected you. He won't be doing that. And then she lets out a small chuckle. Yeah, thank you, blah blah blah. And they have like a small moment, and he was like, you'll be fine here, Anna. So chapter 5 is to Anna's POV. She like, it'll be like a time jump, not really fully, just to like the end of the school day. She's like, it's my last period. I enter the class. Just like in every other class, there are a bunch of pair of eyes on me. I take a deep breath and make my way to an empty seat in the back. There's a girl like next door. She turns to me like, Anna, you're the new girl. I'm Freya. How's your first day going? So there, that's where she will meet her best friend. She's ready to head to like her uncle's office. And then as she's walking, she hears, hey pretty girl. where are you heading? Obviously, it's Nashton. And then she's like, oh, my uncle's office. He's like, no need for that. I could take you. Because, hold on, I forgot to add more. Because she was saying, heading to my uncle's office so they could go home now. My bad. Good thing this isn't published. This one wasn't published. But he's like, oh, no need for that. Like, I could take you and, like, even show you around. Then her heart starts beating real quick. And she's like, Nasha made me feel things I never felt before. Especially when he calls me a pretty girl. I wasn't able to speak for a few seconds. She's like, sure, I just gotta go let my uncle know. And he places like an arm around her shoulder. He's like, sure, let's go together. I don't know what's about me. Like, I fall for my own characters. Like, I think about these characters and I read like, because I'm writing this. This is all my writing. These are all my thoughts. But like, sometimes I blush and like, I fall for my characters. Like, one of my characters from Beauty and the Flaws. No, two of my characters. I'm not gonna say one, because that one is 11 Triangle and it's one of the two main characters, male main characters. And I can't say who it is because he is the winner. That's the winner. He's the one the girl ends up with. Anyways, but the second one I could say his name because his name is Jordan Alexander. I don't know why I just love him, and for that reason alone, he's getting his own book. No, to be honest, he already had his book before being in Beauty and the Flaws. Because Beauty and the Flaws, there's so many different drafts, many versions of it. And like the very first beginning version, Jordan wasn't in it. But like I had gotten an idea for his book, which I could say the title of, because like I've talked about it before and made videos about it on TikTok, which you should go follow my book talk. His book is called Lyrical Notes, and I will talk about that book in another video because I have set the plot already. But yeah, so I have already like made lyrical notes, set like had like the full, like I already know how that will end, and like I already had it fully like the idea is ready, set and done. And then I started to think, why don't I just add him to Beauty and the Flaws, because he was a quick add-in that didn't really change much to the story except bring a lot of comedic relief. So I'm like, why don't I just add him? And yeah, just to make all my books interconnect. I wanted to all my books to interconnect. I got the idea inspiration from Anna Huang, who wrote the Twisted series. Reese Larson is my man. Anyways, so that's why I added him to all my books to interconnect. Even Love Beyond the Game interconnects with Beauty and the Flaws. But that will be known when Beauty and the Flaws comes out and Love Beyond the Game finishes. Because I feel like I could like finish Love Beyond the Game when Beauty and the Flaws, before Beauty and the Flaws comes out. I'll be back with an ice cream. We got an ice cream. So the last thing I wrote before adding you is, he places his arm around me. Bet we can go together. And he goes, I feel my face heat up. I just give a small nod and we head to the office. As we walk, everyone's eyes stay on us. I feel some glares from the girls and a few snickers. I just keep my head down to avoid any contact with anyone. My friend just texted me. It's the one I'm going to the movies with on Monday. She just got an iPhone, so we've been playing pigeon games, iMessage games, and I've been winning most of them. We're doing 3 at a time. So right now we're doing Connect 4. I'm trying to think of the smartest way to do this. I think it doesn't show. Oh, like that's the brightness on my phone. So I'm yellow. So they're gonna put it on top of my other yellow. Let's hope that's right. She's been my best friend since middle school, 7th grade. We hardly see each other. And she lives like a 2-minute walk. I'm not like 1 minute. Literally down the street. We hardly see each other. Yeah. But we already have a plan. A hangout for next month. Yeah, we're going. Oh, which I will vlog at too. When I do vlogs, like I stay consistent with her because she reminds me. Yeah, when I start the vlog, she will tell me, so are you gonna vlog this? Are you gonna vlog this? Are you gonna vlog this? So that's why like all my vlogs like are basically only with her because so future Emily here. I am gonna cut a bunch of what I filmed out because it's about to be an hour long. So yeah, there's gonna be a huge time jump on what I'm filming because dang, I don't feel like anybody's gonna watch the full hour. Probably gonna leave it at 40 minutes. And even that's still too long. I'm gonna try like 40 minutes.
We went to get ice cream. He got Rocky Road and I got rainbow sorbet, which Nash teased me about, saying sorbet was not ice cream and what I got was frozen yogurt. After he took me to his favorite spot, it was a beautiful lake with a willow tree there. We sat down under the tree, just enjoying the peacefulness, until he broke the silence. I like to come here and think, or when I feel my dad's pressure. I stay quiet, just letting him talk. I feel like I have to be this perfect picture son, like I can't have no flaws, that I have to do what others want me to do or be. He puts his hand on his hair and then looks over at me. I'm sorry, this was supposed to be a fun, nice time, and I just brought the mood down. I scooted closer to him, resting my head on his shoulder. Hey, don't worry about it. It's better to let out your emotions other than holding them in. I told him, granted, I do best at giving the advice and taking it for myself. And once again, there is that peaceful quietness. I look around and speak. So why do you like this place so much? I asked him. He chuckles and shrugs. No one really comes here, and I stumbled upon it once when I was out for my run. It just has this type of magic that helps me relax. I keep looking around and turn to look at the tree, something catching my eye. It's a heart shape engraved on the tree. I scooted closer and lightly traced it. In the middle of the heart was Lottie plus Theo. My mother's name was Charlotte and my father's name was Theodore. I became very... I became very quiet until Nash pulled me out of my thoughts. Pretty girl, you there? I shook my head. Sorry, this heart shape. How long has it been there? I asked him. He turned to look at it with me. I don't know. It's been there since I've been here. Why? Since I've known. Since I've known why. I keep looking and tracing through. I don't know. Tracing the heart. It's just these are my parents' name, and I don't know. Kind of hope it was made by them. I tell him. You know who I know? Mr. Willie, bookstore owner. He's been in this town longer than.
So that's where I'm ending the chapter. It's 995 words. It is published. The full book is published now. Not full book. The chapters I did 1 through 7 are published now, so you could go read 1 through 5. My bad. 1 through 5 chapters are published, so you could go read that. Hope you liked the video. Comment, like, subscribe. Comment what other things you like to see me do on this channel. And comment if you're gonna read Love Beyond the Game. Yeah, that's all. Peace.